Hey everybody, welcome to Grassroots Podcast. We are back. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, be notified for our latest and greatest episodes, as well as make sure to be in tune, get down with our Discord. Our Discord is active and live. We've been growing steadily every day with a bunch of new topics and things in there that we discuss. So please come on board. How are you guys feeling today? I'm one of the hosts, Brandon Killabh.
I am the regular Nas.
I'm Wylson, and I'm feeling amazing.
Thank you for answering the question.
I'm a little lethargic today. I'm not going to front.
I could see. Yeah, you haven't dropped a name in mad long. You haven't done anything mad long. Like you just
man. I've been trying to work out. You know what I mean? Get the quarantine weight off.
Okay.
And then I couldn't get any sleep last night. Like
yeah.
Nobody wants to hear my complaints, man. But
yeah, I was about to say honestly, nobody cares now.
I feel you on the sleep thing, man. I've been having some weird nightmares, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm waking up in like
cold
terror.
Sweats like terror.
Yeah.
Yo, isn't that the worst thing ever as an adult when you wake up still scared of a nightmare and you still got to sit there and process the nightmare? Like you sit there like, yo, what does it mean? Happened?
Yeah,
what does it mean? Yeah, what does it mean?
I always go to dream interpretations on Google. The second I dream about something significant or there's something that like stands out in a dream, I look it up.
Yeah, you gotta look it up. You gotta find out what's happening. What's happening?
Yeah.
No, I hate that, man. Like, you know what I suffer from a lot too, which is mad weird, like sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Hold on. You go through sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
That's real serious.
Yeah, on a fairly regular basis, man.
You can't really just casually say that.
Why not?
Yes.
Sleep paralysis is real. Like that's like death.
Yeah.
A living death.
It gets like scary like that, man.
Tell me more.
Wait, no, you ever had sleep paralysis?
No, man.
So sleep paralysis basically is like your mind thinks you're awake, but your body doesn't move. So you can feel and hear everything, but you're trying to raise your arm and you're like fighting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens to me fairly often.
Yo, can you picture Nas trying to fight himself? Like
he'd
trying to move and
he'd
shit.
probably lose.
Or how you lose against yourself?
Yeah, I love that joke. That's a great joke. I would lose to myself.
Yeah.
That's a great joke.
I'm not even going to front. One time when I was like in my teens, choose to believe me or not believe me. One time I woke up and I was hovering over my bed, and then I dropped down to my bed.
I'm
going to choose to believe me. You can choose not to.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm going to choose not to believe you.
I'm going to say you were standing over your bed.
Yeah, I'm just going to say you were standing there. You didn't do all this floating shit you're talking about.
I'm telling you.
You were standing on one leg.
I respect it, though. Yeah, I respect it, though. I respect it. All right, so
I didn't have to wait until 2021 to get my powers.
Hold on, Brandon. Brandon, you know who suffered from sleep paralysis last night?
Ooh.
Conor McGregor.
Come on, man. Low hanging fruit.
All
right. But this does set up a good trilogy. And
it does.
And he also he made losing look real manly. He took it like a true champ.
Hold on, let's give our viewership some context. What are we talking about here?
Conor McGregor's fight last night with how you pronounce the other dude's last name? Poirier,
I want to say Poirier. So Conor McGregor fought Poirier last night, which really wasn't last night for you guys. It was Sunday, but he got TKO'd in the second round. He got caught with a mean little shot that put him down. I think it was a right hook that stumbled him, and then Poirier just started drilling him into the fence. Speaking of lethargic, which I thought it was interesting that you started with the word lethargic, Nas. I felt like Conor was lethargic. Like while he walked in very, very arrogant, like he normally does, which I love, he didn't look confident to me. Like he didn't look like he was ready. He looked like he was just in his swag bag, but it wasn't him really ready for an altercation of that.
Your man took a nap, big. That's somebody who's sleeping.
Yeah, man. Arm on the side and everything like that. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. What are the first reactions when you guys saw it?
I mean, I woke up to it. All the links that I tried to stream it from were not working.
They dead.
And so I woke up to it and I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? Especially after his last fight with Cowboy, where he literally broke the guy's nose with his shoulder, which is something that I've never seen.
I've never seen no shit like that, by the way.
Yeah, that was wild. But I'm not surprised that he got, knocked out last night. It can go either way when you're exchanging hands with somebody like that, man. As I was watching, I was like, yeah, somebody had to get knocked out during this exchange because they was really like boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think Poirier that's what his point was that he was trying to make was, hey, I can box too. Let's just stand up and fight. But even Conor's head movement wasn't good. The way he just looked like he was just chilling. It didn't look like aggressive. I'm with the shits Conor McGregor. So
wasn't that his first fight back since Mayweather?
Well, that's the other thing. He hasn't had a fight. He had one more fight after that.
Cowboy.
Oh,
he had one more fight after that. But when was that last fight with Cowboy? Because that was a minute ago.
That was a little while ago, maybe like close to a year, if not a year.
Easily, I want to say it's a year because it's close to when we did the gaming event. It's somewhere around there.
It was way before COVID.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was before that, and then our gaming event took place, and that was a year ago already. So it's easily a year and some change in months is what I'm factoring in.
Yeah.
So you factor in maybe not being as prepared as you would have liked to be, plus the ring rust. Yeah, I didn't see him going into this typical Conor McGregor. Now, to Wilson's point, I feel like he lost like a man. Like I feel like, all right, cool. Like let's go back in. Like I'm with it. That's the one reason why I always will respect Conor McGregor or just prize fighters in general. When you get like a real prize fighter that understands the business and just says, all right, nope, we going right back to it, and then goes in. What do you guys think about that?
You're right, man. It's weird because when you see fighters who take like a year off, like he got his leg broken too. Like he was staying, he had to walk away on one crutch. It's just like, dude, you know what you're putting your body through?
Yeah.
Like, fam, that knock around, you can't just, and it takes it brings me back to like all them people who say, I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna do prize, the charity boxing events. So you don't play boxing, or you don't play fighting. Either you know how to fight or you don't, and yeah, man, kind of he lost like a real man. But so you talking, when you talk big game, either you back it up or you take it on the chin, and kind of took it on the chin, man.
Yeah, I mean, all the greats lose, you know what I'm saying, except for Mayweather. All of them lose. You know what I'm saying? Tyson, Holyfield, everybody. I think Lennox lost too, right? Lennox, everybody. Yeah.
I don't count
Ali.
Excuse me, everybody. I don't count Ali's last two fights.
You don't count his last two fights. Didn't he lose one when he was in his prime to didn't he? Am I bugging?
No, he lost to what's the man from Philly? Oh,
I'm watching Nas get triggered as you try to counter his
There's a few things. Why can't I see his face? Why can't I think of his name, man?
It was
brother from Philly. Oh my God.
Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier, right?
Yeah, Frazier.
Yeah,
Frazier. But that wasn't his prime because his years were taken away. Remember, he refused to get inducted into the army. So that took away 3 to 4 years while he fought those that court case.
I thought he did the Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah, no, that was all after. So his prime years, he was undefeated.
Okay.
Yeah, until he came back at like, I want to say 31 or 32. Then he fought Frazier, and he didn't get knocked out. And those last two fights, because he went 57 and 5, I believe. Those last two fights, he shouldn't have been in the ring. Nobody around him loved him. He shouldn't have been in the ring because his speech had already slowed down and the Parkinson's had already started setting in. He shouldn't have been in that ring in no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, his prime, Ali's the greatest, man. Dude can't be touched, man. He cannot be touched.
I agree. All right, so what else we talking about today? We're off Conor McGregor. Do we want to? Oh, let's talk another fight. Keyshia Cole and Ashanti.
Yo,
it finally happened. It finally happened. The battle we've all been waiting for happened. Now, did it live up to our expectations? Number one. Number two, was it as catty as we anticipated it would be? Let's talk about it, gentlemen. All right. First off, who do you guys have winning, Ashanti or Keyshia Cole? And give me your reasons.
what's you gonna start off?
I mean, personally, I was kind of like in and out of it, but from what I
Okay.
did see, it looked pretty evenly matched.
Mhm.
Um, what I
Yeah, say
you
it.
already
I know what
where
you want to
go.
say.
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna
Tastefully,
okay.
tastefully.
I'm gonna do it very tastefully. In regards to Keyshia Cole's bosom, right?
Outfit.
Is it okay to talk about her bosom if she clearly put him on Front Street? Like it can't be inappropriate if they're on display like that. That's like me walking around in a banana hammock and then getting mad at somebody
Yo,
for talking.
Why
about it.
would you? Well, no. First off, why would you be walking around in a banana hammock? Number one. Number two. Out of all examples to give, you go to a banana hammock. It kind of tells me a lot about your brain.
I believe in equal opportunity.
Yo.
So look, if she has
Bargaining
those on
with-
display, it's okay to mention them, right?
No, I would say it's okay to mention them. I wouldn't make that the focus point of our podcast. That's what I'm saying.
But they were
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do
clearly
that.
the focus. Like when she picked out that outfit, she was like, "These."
I'm a killer. She said, "I'm
Yeah.
a killer.
I'm a kill him. I'm a kill him. Yeah, she probably just said that. Listen, I
But,
want to
but
say
it was a good battle.
listen. I think they both looked great.
Facts.
I think you could see where some of the dismay was happening between both of them. So giving you guys a snapshot for people that don't know, Keyshia Cole and again Ashanti during their battle, there was a little bit of tension there. First, they started off with just putting out records and stuff, and there's a little bit of, you could see where people like fans were getting annoyed with Ashanti because every time it was Keyshia Cole's go, Ashanti kept picking up the phone or like talking to people in the crowd and bringing people on stage with her. Like it was very, very disrespectful. A lot of people felt like she wasn't paying attention or giving Keyshia enough respect to pay attention to her music and her moments of shining within the battle.
Could have also been nervousness too.
I thought that too,
Especially
but
picking up the phone,
so here's my thing. I thought it was that as well until you start to read not Keyshia Cole, Ashanti's lips at certain points where she's like you can see what she's saying to someone, yo, what's the next record? Or like she's completely kind of inundated, right? But then it gets a little weird just because you could see where there was a little bit of tension once it got towards maybe like the 9th or 10th record, because Keyshia starts to say, all right, well, this was cool. And Ashanti goes to play a record, something like that. And then Keyshia Cole says, well, hold on, what you doing? I thought we was only doing 10 records. Like you still going. And
which
Ashanti
was
said,
weird
yeah.
of Keyshia. Keyshia, have you ever seen one of these things?
Well, no. My only thing is that that wasn't weird to me. What it let me know is simply that they had a conversation prior to.
Well,
and
to that, Keyshia also got mad at her in the beginning because Ashanti was like, "You start off," and Keyshia was like, "Whoa! We said that you were going to start off. That's what we discussed."
But
Ashanti was like,
what,
"I was here rocking while you weren't here." Like she was
Yeah.
already playing her records and whatnot.
But that's what I'm saying. My thing is from the start, they had all of these conversations to where they had some level of understanding of how this battle was going to go. And towards not even towards the end, the middle, from the beginning to the end, you could see where they kept giving each other's dismay a little bit. You could see where
They had a very awkward banter.
Yeah,
Back
it
and
was
forth.
Forced.
very
Forced.
like even as they were singing each other's records, it didn't feel genuine to me. And I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. You could see where Keyshia felt the way about certain records that were being played, where she was like, "Ooh, like I wasn't expecting that kind of face." But then as Keyshia started playing records, Ashanti, you could see where the pressure was on. Like Ashanti after playing that follow up Tupac record, because I don't think a lot of people knew about Ashanti writing a Tupac record. Keyshia Cole then plays her Tupac record, And they're like, oh shit, wow, didn't know that happened either. So I think that it was evenly matched in the spade of spades
up until that Michael Jackson record, and then the creme de la creme, she hit it with the J-Lo record.
The J-Lo record.
Oh. J-Lo could never do a Verzuz. Never.
So listen. So here's my thing. And we were talking about this on Clubhouse, right? Now hold on. Now while I go to Clubhouse, I want to give you guys some context. So after the battle, as always, we were on Clubhouse chilling, and we were in a room just discussing just the battle like we normally do, because we were judging it on our end. Keyshia Cole's I say business partner or manager, something like that, he comes into the room. So we start asking him questions like, yo, what happened? Like, why is there beef? So he went on to explain that number one, Keyshia had an issue with the sound. She didn't like the way her screen looked blurry while she was performing, which she did. She looked very blurry. So she had an issue with that. That's what took her so long to come out, because they couldn't figure out the tech aspect of it. But even outside of that, specifically, he said that when it got down to playing certain records and things like that, she was bothered because there were certain records that she wanted to play that there, I think, might have been some sort of writing conflict where I don't know if maybe she couldn't say she wrote on it, or maybe she did and didn't get clearance to use it in the battle. I don't know. He didn't really go into the specifics of it, which you're really not supposed to. I was surprised we even got that much information. But he was pretty much saying that, she was just aggravated from that. If I'm being honest, I don't believe that she was just aggravated from that. Like, you could clearly see all of the other things. And mind you, if I'm her, yes, a few things that would piss me off. If we're in a battle and I'm chilling, I'm trying not to give off bad energy. And every time we're in a battle, you on your phone or you talk, yo, what up? Yo, I'll give it to you in a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those, like, where it's like, damn, you're not even gonna give me no respect. So I get it. It still made for a really interesting battle to me, though.
You know what's funny? Like, divas can always
divas.
Divas. They're so mean.
No, I'm saying divas can always diva. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Divas are always so mean to each other, right? And they're just like upfront with it, just real catty and just mean. But men can't do that. The reason why men can't do that, there's always that underlying threat of violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
do you
the thing.
Do you think that will ever change for like divas? Like, at some point, people start like bigging each other up, and
you know, it's funny that you mentioned that, Wilson, because I was just, as soon as you said men can't do that, I instantly thought of Michael and Prince. The two, there was no hint of violence there.
Facts. Well, Prince tried to run him over with a car.
But Prince also
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Prince also invited him to a concert, had him sit down in the front row, played his guitar, and then thrusted his hips in front of Michael Jackson's face on some real caddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there was less tension between Gucci Mane and Jeezy than there was Ashanti and Keyshia Cole.
Yeah, but that's hold on. So here's the thing. Number one, I don't think that. I think if you were there with that for that Gucci and Jeezy shit, being in the venue, I'm sure tensions were high.
Imagine if Keyshia Cole and Ashanti were together.
That's what I'm
cat
saying.
Claws everywhere.
Cat claws everywhere.
Cat claws. Do you think? I don't think they would have fought or nothing like that.
Nah.
I
don't think they did though.
Things would have happened. Things would have been let out. Things would have been let out. But watching that battle, I said, the housing projects from coast to on fire. They are ablaze right now. Those are the princesses of the projects.
But that was my only thing. No one said that. Like, no one not so much the projects. I'm saying you have two women that have come up from the projects on the Verzuz. Like, the magnitude of it, like,
Ashanti's
you know
not
what I mean?
Project. Like, she's from Glen Clove.
She's from Glen Clove, but I know what you're saying. I'm saying I'm not saying that they're from the project. So let me try to explain it better. I guess what I'm saying is that they're looked at as urban artists. So to have these urban artists on a big stage of this magnitude and garner this much viewership on a stream, you know what I mean, for Instagram, like, it's impressive. I think we should give them their flowers in that regard. And not to say that you guys don't, but I'm saying in general, like, that's a big thing, regardless of the tension and the tech issues and everything else. That's a big stage to be on, to be an urban artist and still, you know, while not being current right now, I guess musically, still very relevant musically because of the catalog and what you've contributed to music. So I don't want that to go unnoticed either.
I'd like to make a proposal. Timberland, Swiss Beats, if you're listening. The next battle needs to be 40 songs, Dipset versus the Lox.
Yo, so that's the other thing. So Joel's came into our room. Shout out to Joel's. He said they said to him, I can't remember who asked the question, but they said would he do a versus or who would Dipset battle? And he pretty much said, look, they would be down to battle anyone. It really wouldn't matter. It would just have to make sense, obviously, with their catalog.
It would have to be the Lox.
So that's the only people I would think that would
only people.
I mean, you could do Rough Riders though.
You could do G Unit.
You could do G Unit too. So this is what they said.
You could do G Unit.
They said G Unit versus Dipset. If it's G Unit versus Dipset, who are you going with? That's a crazy.
Those mixtapes. That was a crazy mixtape era, man.
Now, so hold on. So this is the thing. Here's the thing. Are we including mixtapes or are we only doing commercial released albums?
No, you have to.
I feel like you have to include mixtapes. So you have to include mixtapes. But then if you include mixtapes, that's a long night. Think about it. That's a long night. Dipset alone, like that's a long night. That's a long night.
That would be fun. Yeah, you have to include mixtapes, man. You have to, because at one point, Punchline King Lloyd Banks was killing it, man. He's the Punchline King, man. Him, Joel's. Yeah. I still go back and listen to some of that old stuff, man. Like that stuff is mixtapes are classic, man. I think the Lox would be better off going against State Property.
Well, I wouldn't be mad at that either, though. I wouldn't be mad at that. But the Lox,
that'd be going. I think you're gonna say exactly what I.
What? Yeah.
What you about to say?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't go to distance.
Why not?
Wouldn't go to distance.
The Lox versus State
you mean
Property?
Who you think will get washed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
who do you think is getting washed?
The Lox will wash him, right?
The Lox will wash. Yeah. The Lox will wash State Property. They would
wash about? Yeah, they would.
Listen,
they would. They would.
Fam, do y'all remember that battle? Do you remember that battle?
You're talking about like two songs. We're talking about catalogs here. As far as catalogs go, the Lox are going to wash them. That's what I'm saying. The Lox can only battle Dipset as a group.
Not even G Unit?
Or G Unit. Dipset
or G Unit. It has to be. I don't know many groups that could keep up from a catalog perspective
I wouldn't mind a three-way battle between those groups.
What about where do you put? Yeah, hold on.
Dipset, G Unit, and the Lox.
Brandon just said something interesting. Where do you put in Wu-Tang? Where's Outkast? Like
I've still been thinking that Outkast you can do an Outkast battle only just because Outkast. Listen, just hear me out. Outkast, while they're obviously legendary group, their catalog subsides at a certain point. Like you're talking, listen to what I'm saying. You're talking long-term longevity. If we're talking a 40 verses, I'm not talking about the normal. I'm only going off of the pretense of what Wylson was talking about doing the 40 records. If you're talking 40 records, like I would take
I say 40 so they could do like solo songs. Like
solo songs. That's what I'm saying. Like
in the club, it's good.
And Outkast can't hang with people?
No, man.
That's not what we're saying.
Do you know how small their catalog is in comparison?
That's what I'm saying. To a Wu-Tang, to even to a Dipset.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you
got numbers on their side.
But that's what I'm saying. Mind you, again, they have records. They have smash records, right? So if we're talking smash hits, yeah. But Wu-Tang has smash hits. Like it's not even fair. Like who do you put up against a Wu-Tang?
Dipset.
Like all of the Shaolin masters have hit records. Capadonna, RZA, ODB, like all of these people have hit records and not just one hit record. It's I think multiple hit records.
Capadonna might be the weakest link out of that group.
Oh no, you're bugging.
Out of the Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, I'm biased.
Well, you gotta remember, there's people in the Wu-Tang Clan that you can't even name.
That's I'm talking about the 9 members. I'm talking about the original 9.
No, Capadonna's album. What was the name of Capadonna's album? It was like Beast Swarm, some shit like that. He had a few records.
And I'm not saying he's whack. I'm just saying comparatively.
No, you're saying you're saying respectfully out of all of Wu-Tang.
Yeah, because only built for Cuban links.
And now think about it. But I think Capadonna just put out another project, I believe. I think I might have skimmed. Can we look it up? Either he put out a project or
he dropped two albums in 2020.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know I'm not tripping.
Run for your team, kid.
Yeah. So I mean, from a catalog perspective, that's a lot to keep up with, man. Like,
I think Dipset will take it. Once Cam gets the computers putin', it's over. It's over. Once he hits that boom bugga boom bugga boom bugga boom.
Hold on, Dipset versus Wu-Tang. You saying Dipset got it?
That's a crazy. Oh yeah.
No, you're bugging.
Easily.
You're bugging.
Easily.
You're bugging.
No disrespect. No disrespect to left.
Listen, they're family. They've come on the show. I'm saying respectfully. Yeah. Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Dipset. But that's a tough battle. Wu-Tang.
Okay.
That's a tough battle.
Okay. I wowed out. I got disrespectful.
Yeah.
You did. I got
disrespectful.
I got disrespectful. I got disrespectful back.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. You saying easily?
Let me walk that back.
Not rolling with easily. I'm not rolling with easily.
Yeah. Now I bugged out, but that's only because I'm a big Dipset fan.
You jumped out the window.
You're a big Dipset fan. I know that, and that's why I know your Dipsetness is coming out. I'm a Dipset kid. I get it. That's our era. We grew up in it. I get it. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Wu-Tang.
Yeah, no, but we also
grew up with Staten Island at some point again.
Nah, come on. Listen.
Nah, I know, man.
Listen, but even I want to go to Staten Island again. Yeah, you're stupid. But what I'm saying,
Dipset. You don't know that. You don't know that, Wylson.
Nah, turn that off.
Turn it off.
It's just static, man.
It's just static. Can you move your phone, please?
Wait until we get professional equipment.
Yeah, once we get there, we'll get there. Listen, I'm saying, and we mean this obviously respectfully.
Now, I want to know what you're saying now. Yeah.
Listen, if we're talking respectfully and we're talking about just a versus battle, we mean this respectfully, obviously. We fuck with both of these groups. I'm saying this would be a long night. Wu-Tang and Dipset, that's a long night, fam.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's just easy the way you're saying it. Now I know you walked the statement back once you thought I get it. You walked it back. I respect you, King, for flourishing it in that era.
No. You want to know what it is? When I pick a side, I go hard.
Yeah,
okay, I go hard towards that side.
We're very clear who you are. We're very clear who you are.
I don't like walking fences. If I pick a side, I'm all the way that team.
Yeah, you're deep in it. I noticed that about you. You're either for or against. There's no gray area.
I'm going all the way, and I'm arguing all points.
Yeah, you're arguing everything. I get it. So. Well, shit, to the fans and viewership, we're not ending right now, but I want to know what you guys would think.
Wu-Tang.
Who would win a battle between
Wu-Tang.
Dipset and Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang.
And if you guys could give us some help, what records would you like to see within that battle? Or the short shots? What to spice it up a little bit more, what records do you think that would be skipped, like B-sides that are really, really dope records that you're hoping to be played? So I want to hear
Scarfaces.
Oh, that's my shit.
Dipset has no choice. If they do a Wu-Tang, they have no choice but to go to the mixtapes. They have to. It's like when they
who has no what?
Who has no wait? You said
Dipset has no choice but to go into that mixtape bag. They have no choice.
No. Yeah. But there's hits on the mixtapes though. That's all.
They're like the wrestler who has the dust in their trunks.
Oh no, you wild. You wild. And Dipset got hit records.
I'm not saying.
Hey ma, what's up? Let's slide. We gonna get it on tonight.
Cream.
Too many.
Cream. It could all be so simple.
Jewel comes out. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody's leaning. Everybody's leaning. It's over.
Come on. Wait, all I need, Method Man and Mary.
Can you do Joel's ad again?
Right?
Come on, man. Stop, babe.
Come on, man.
Stop, man.
Dipset, we can go back and forth on this.
Ice cream. Come on, son.
Ice Cream's a classic record.
All I got
that's
is
the other
you.
thing. Well, hold on.
Come on,
Is
man.
it
Supreme
even,
clientele, man. It's not even fair at this point, man.
Is it even? Well, let's talk about fair. That was actually what I was going to get to. Is it even fair to put Wu-Tang up against some of the modern groups like a Dipset or like a Rough Riders?
They're close
even
enough.
though it's the same, it's kind of within the same era. Even Dipset is not in the same era of Wu-Tang. There's a generational gap. No, there's not. There's a generational gap.
Pretty close.
Think about when Wu-Tang was flourishing and when
92, 93.
Yeah, like you wildin'.
That's not true. That's not
that
true.
Is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
it's like a 10-year gap.
Google
It's like
it.
a 10-year gap.
Google it.
Oh yeah,
Google
I got
it.
it.
Google it.
I got it. He got notes
I
today,
got it.
boy.
He's got notes today.
He got notes today, boy.
Yo, but this is the thing. How do you have notes, but the notes are wrong? He's like, oh no, I got it. This is wrong. You're 100% wrong. When Wu-Tang is out, Dipset is not out. There's a 10-year, at least maybe 11-year generational gap.
No, but you gotta remember they were still active. Like when did
they were active.
I dropped philosophies, hydromis, and hypocrisies, and
no, that's not.
Don't mess up the lyrics.
Hold on.
What
First
you know
off,
what song I'm talking about though?
Don't mess up.
Triumph.
That is Triumph, and that's the Swarm. That's one of the hardest.
What?
98, I want to say.
No,
that's
97.
97, 98, honestly. And I remember the album and the video. They were on motorcycles and listen.
Cam and Jimmy was on the tour bus with Mace back then, big.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah, fam.
When did ODB drop that song with Mariah Carey?
That's
hey,
95.
That's 95. That's 95.
95. I think you guys are wrong with these.
Hey, do you guys want to hear a Snapple fact? Here's a Snapple fact. Here's a Snapple fact. So around that time, I was singing, right? And I was singing at one of his video shoots. I don't even remember what the video was for. That's how I met ODB. Seriously. It was at a video shoot. I'll never forget it. It was in Staten Island. It was in a garage. He was in a yellow Hummer. It was for a video off of that mixtape. I mean, off that album. I don't remember what song it was, but we were a group that I was singing with. Well, I was the singer. They were rapping. We were in the video. We're supposed to be in the video. I don't even remember what happened with that video now thinking about it.
Brandon's an R&B legend. Come on, B.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. But yeah, hold on. So you're still looking this up. I can tell you where.
So hold on. So Triumph dropped.
I got the facts.
Triumph dropped in 1997, and
That's what,
Dipset's Volume 1 dropped 2002.
So how many years is that?
5.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, well, let's talk about when Wu-Tang came out and started versus when Dipset started. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about when specific album drops. We're talking about when a wave happened and then when another wave happened.
I'm just saying it's not like comparing Wu-Tang to the Migos. Like those are two really different eras.
True. That's two different eras, but these are two different eras as well. I think you're just looking at, you have enough respect for their catalog that you're putting it up there, which you should, but the eras are different.
Exact era.
No, I'm not saying you're saying that either. I'm saying it's hard. It's
Clothes were still baggy.
But can you let Chris speak? He has
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so last album before Wu-Tang kind of split up and took a break and everyone did their solo careers was 2001. They dropped Iron Flag and they took a break for like 7 to 8 years before dropping the next group album. And then Dipset first started in 2003. Well, their first commercial album was 2003.
See? So you gotta have.
I'm sorry, Chris. Say that one more time.
So Wu-Tang kind of took a break by around 2001, and Dipset first started off around like 2002, 2003. So right as Wu-Tang was ending, Dipset started up.
Okay.
And then you don't even know about COC and Killer Cam, do you? Do you, Wilson?
I know Children of the Corn. I know Children.
No, listen, Chris. Shut up, Chris.
Yeah.
I was talking to you, Chris.
Time out. You can't quiz somebody with an abbreviation. First off, I've never heard somebody abbreviate Children of the Corn.
He says it all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would have known Children of the Corn.
You don't even know what the BBO was.
You tried to throw. See, there you go with the abbreviations. Boobs. BBO.
No.
Oh, that's BOOB. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I got Keyshia Cole on the brain. I can't help it.
God.
Nah, man. See, you don't know about that. You don't know about those eras, man. You wasn't outside.
You wasn't outside, man.
You wasn't outside.
The more and more we digest this, the more and more I'm like, yo, I don't know many groups that you can put up against Wu-Tang. Like I feel like Wu-Tang would have to almost battle themselves.
They would have to battle the Jacksons.
Does that make sense? Like, or yeah, like you, like a group like that. Like, that's a lot of music. Like, that's a lot of music, yo.
Come on, man. You got going in their own solo stuff.
Yeah, Ghostface's discography might be a cheat code.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You. And we're not even getting into Raekwon and Method Man. Like,
Method Man?
Like,
come on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nah. That's tough. I'm sorry. When I really think about it, I don't know many groups that you can put up against them. I just don't know many groups. So
the Jacksons.
Yeah, Randy. What was I about to say? Okay, all right, hold on. So let's pivot a little bit. So what else happened over the weekend that we wanted to talk about? We talked about politics. We talked about Connor getting knocked out. What else are we missing here?
So didn't one of you guys put inside the group chat that they're gonna have a Godzilla versus King Kong movie?
Oh yeah.
You checking?
Well, hold on. That too. Hold on. This is what I meant to talk about. Sorry. All right. So yeah, I wanted to cover the passing of Larry King. Man, Larry King passed. Talking about it.
Snap! I didn't know.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say over the weekend. He had passed away. I think actually Saturday or Sunday. I want to say Sunday. He had passed away. So it's a legend.
Sunday.
Yeah, but obviously when they hear this now.
Oh, dumb stupid. That's my fault. That was dumb.
Jesus, this guy's fucking stupid.
He passed away yesterday.
But but he passed away Saturday. So respect to Larry King, man. That shit really bothered me just because I don't really watch the news like that outside of like CNN and other news things, but I grew up on watching Larry King live. Like my parents are CNN enthusiasts. I was a CNN enthusiast, still watch CNN. And so to see them, honoring all of these memorable moments that he contributed to from a media perspective, as well as from a journalistic perspective, it's just crazy. Like, you want to talk about someone, he passed at 87, I believe. You want to talk about someone that's lived through damn near so many different eras of history. Like, he's reported out on so many things and sat down with so many people. So, and I feel like, even though obviously he lived his life at 87, I feel like how it happened, it kind of swiftly happened, meaning like, he caught COVID. Because remember, we spoke about this on the show when it happened, and for it to now come to his demise, it's untimely and saddening. So we definitely want to send love, prayers, and condolences to the King family and his and obviously to CNN, because that's like a huge void to be filled at this point. Even though I'm sure they were ushering him out at his later stages of life, but huge void to be filled. So respect to the legend. And rest in peace to Larry King.
Also, Hank Aaron.
Yeah,
yes, that was the next thing. So Hank Aaron, again, you want to talk about breaking baseball history. You want to talk about breaking the inclusion boundaries and just breaking history in from African American standpoint, being in the National Baseball League. Again, most recently, his records were just recently broken with Barry Bonds. With
that's an asterisk. That's an asterisk next to it.
I know it's an asterisk, but what I'm saying is for that record to still be so prominent during the Bonds era, it's impressive. So, I feel like, again, like every year we wind up losing some really, really great people early on, and I'm hoping we don't lose any more legends this year, even though I feel like that's inevitable. But damn, just rest in peace to those legends. Rest in peace to Larry King. And
man. You all right?
I'm fine. You know what it is though? When I think about it, it makes me I feel like I have a newfound respect for life. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, because you're getting older. We old, Brandon. We old.
No. I mean, you must have learned French during this time because you said we. I'm not old. But no, I just feel like I have a new sense of appreciation, I guess. Like, the things that would normally bother me, don't bother me no more. The things that I would normally worry about, I'm not worried about them anymore. I feel like when lives are lost or worldly major things are happening, I feel like that's way more important than just petty squabbles and shit like that. So that's kind of where my brain goes. Like I think about, I do like a timeline. Like I go down like all of the memorable moments that I can remember of those people that passed away. You know what I'm saying? What they did, what they contributed to this world. And so I just think about it. And then you think about how it's just swept away, obviously with it being God's plan. So that's all I think about. It's not that I'm emotional or anything about it, but I'm more of a reflector when you think about that. Like really, really think about. Like I look at it, I look at the impact in from media, like to Kobe. Like you know, when Kobe passes, that's a huge shift. When Larry King passes, while it's still a shift, it's not that big of a shift, but it's a shift because of what he contributed to media and broadcasting. Like you can't, anyone that did media or even this podcast or anything, you should be looking and following in the footsteps of the Larry Kings, the Oprahs, the Barbara Walters of the world, because it's what you do. So he's one of the, I look at as being one of the founding fathers of media. So that's what I look at. It's like one of those generational things. It's like when your grandmother passes away, like it's a generational thing. I just think it's a generational thing from media. So that's why.
I was gonna shout him out because he got married 8 times to 7 different women. So it's always a change, man. He's living life to the fullest, man.
I don't know. That sounds like the guy had a lot of problems. Because in all those divorces, the common factor is him. I'm just saying it's not necessarily something I would shout out or big him up for.
So that was the thing. It's funny that you said that. Like we were having a conversation. I was having a conversation with a few
7
people.
women were just bad.
Well, he was trying, man. He was trying looking for love. He's looking for love, man. Yeah. Looking for love in all the right places, man.
And shit, if you say it like that, he probably found love. He lived his life. Like there's no way you can really, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing you can say. Even if we looked at it like he didn't live his life because he didn't find whatever we thought that he was looking for, he clearly lived his life. Like he lived his life, and hopefully we can catch up with him and have some questions answered. That's all. Like
I gotta look these women up. Was Larry a player? Was he out there like?
Hell, man.
With some young joints?
The dude's from Brooklyn, man. Lafayette High School. He did all that with a high school degree. Lafayette don't even exist anymore. That shit closed down in 2010.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The people that you even were looking up probably are in archives. They're probably gone.
I'm not even gonna front. His joints is all right.
Come on, man. Them suspenders, big.
Okay, Larry. Larry definitely had a type, by the way.
Word.
He liked them blonde and tall.
Hell, man.
Because they are all tall.
Yeah.
That's my man right there.
Come on, man. Then you got my man Hank Aaron sent records straight off of collard greens and fried chicken, B. A little side of cornbread, no juice. Juice
so
like
this is the thing with Hank Aaron.
These glasses, yo. Mm-hmm. These joints is hard.
Yo, why are you so toxic? Like, why are you this way?
I'm just saying that Larry King's glasses was hard, yo. Go on. I'm sorry. What was you about to say about Hank?
Nothing. All right, so let's get off.
Well, you guys want to speak a little bit about the vaccine with Hank and what's being said?
Son, you can't really jump into that. You know why? Because
not jump into it, but you guys
jump into what?
It?
Hold on, jump into what?
So allegedly, not long before Hank Aaron died, he took the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, so I read that too. Yeah. I feel like they keep trying to tie vaccines into fatalities. I can't go off of that, like, because that's just a statement that was put out. There's no fact to back that up. There's no anything to even warrant you saying, okay, Hank Aaron passed away because of the vaccine.
Right.
Like I don't give any credence to that. Now, mind you, again, I'm seeing the reports just like everyone else where there's mutations happening, where people are legitimately passing away after taking the vaccine. I'm seeing that
facial paralysis. It's there's a few things.
Yeah, deformities. There's a few things that are happening.
But even if you look at what happened in Switzerland with the 23 people, right? The youngest person out of that group was 80.
Yeah.
So I can see, I would be more concerned. Like, I can see if somebody was like, oh, well, that dude was 27 or they was 35. They were in, top shape. They didn't drink. They didn't do anything of this. They took the vaccine and came up dead.
Yeah, so maybe older people shouldn't take it, being that it's basically a synthetic version of the disease, and the disease kills older people. Right. They probably shouldn't mess with the vaccine, but young bucks and bulls like us, we could probably
but that's true.
A little bit more safer.
10 million people have already been vaccinated in America, a little over 10 million people. But in comparison to like 40 deaths in America, 40 out of 10 million.
Yeah.
That's, I'm not scared of that.
Yeah. It's funny, when I was in the mall yesterday, it looked like normal life, except for, people had masks on, but everything looked normal. It was like, damn.
I hate that mask.
It kind of could have been like this for the past 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man, I just want
to went overboard with it.
Masks are the new normal. Yeah, masks are the new normal, man, and we're not going. That's not changing. Nothing is changing. From that.
I want to raw dog the air again, man. That's
man. I'm not gonna front, yo. When I walk by like bad chicks, I pull the mask down. Just for a second.
So hold on.
They gotta see the grill.
Wait, so just as fast, I got a hip hop update. It says Jim Jones eager to settle 50 Cent's G-Unit versus Dipset battle, more aggressive than Jeezy and Gucci. So it's looking like Jim is going or is trying to push the issue for a Dipset 50 G-Unit battle. That would be massive.
I'm a savant.
50 doesn't mess with G-Unit no more.
I know, but what I'm saying is he still has the records to play. If they were to pull off a G-Unit Dipset battle, that's a battle. Yeah, that's a really, really strong and aggressive battle.
See now, it would be a problem for Dipset if you just have 50, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, and Game shows up. Now it's a problem.
Oh. And let's say
now it's a problem.
Which is never gonna happen. But let's say you added Buck.
No, Buck's never got records.
I know Buck's never showing up, but what I'm saying
I think his reputation's kind of
shot.
As far as with 50.
Yeah, with 50. But what I'm saying is, let's say for shits and giggles, crazier things have happened. Let's say Buck happens to show up.
I don't think 50's gonna let him in the building.
I don't think so either. But now let's look at Dipset. You have Cam, Jewels, Jim, Freaky, and who else is in Dipset?
J.R. Ryder, the Riders.
Yeah, but
wait, is J.R. Ryder?
Yeah, but they're not. No disrespect to them. They're not gonna. That's
the mixtape. That's the
mixtape. No. That's definitely Dipset, but that's like.
I'm talking mixtape era. I'm not talking hits. I'm talking mixtape era. I'm talking about just straight mixtape.
Hell
Rel. Like you have a formidable matchup in mixtapes. Now, if we're talking hits,
G-Unit has that, man.
G-Unit long term, I think would outlast. But I don't know.
Me personally, man, I want to see. I don't consider, even though I love their music, J.R. Ryder and Hell Rel as core Dipset. They're kind of like how Mobb Deep joined G-Unit.
You didn't like the Riders?
You know what I'm saying? Like they're like the Dipset sub branch.
Yeah, like extending. I feel you.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Because when you think, I get what you think. I get it. When you think core, when you think core, you're thinking Jim, Jewels.
Yeah, because then if you do that, Freaky. Then for G-Unit you got to bring out Hot Lana. What was his name?
Hot Rod.
You got to bring out
Hot Rod.
You do not have to bring out Hot Rod. He's doing perfectly well in Arizona.
He's the J.R. Ryder of G-Unit.
Is he?
Yeah.
100%.
He sounded too much like 50. I think that's why his joint never. Really
I didn't
think he sounded anything like 50.
Nah, he was trying.
I would say during that time, a lot of people sounded like 50.
Everyone would change. Yeah, he changed the game. When you think about How to Rob and how 50 came out, like 50 100% changed the era of bullying in music. Like he made it cool for a little while to be a bully in music. Like really think about it. Anytime that there was a beef, 50 was involved in it and was the aggressor, and we liked it. The only time that power or the pendulum swayed was when he lost to Kanye in that battle.
Convincingly.
Yeah.
Yo, but if they bring out the game, it's over.
Game got hit records, man. Y'all say what y'all want about Game. I know people call him corny. People say all these things about him. He's messy, he's mixy. Game knows how to make a really good album. Game's albums are normally cohesive. He selects great production, and he has hit records. Whether they were given to him for 50, whether he wrote them or not, none of that matters. Game has hit records.
Yo, Game is nice. I think Game wrote all that.
I think so too.
That 1992 album. That 1992 album. Listen, I think I had to go back and listen to that 1992
Game's last album. Game's last album is amazing.
His first
Game's
album.
Last
well, you
album,
know what?
Masterpiece.
Listen, like
you know why he doesn't play
great
that much,
albums.
Right?
No,
you know he doesn't get paid off that album.
Which one?
I didn't know that. Why?
The last one. Yeah, he doesn't get paid. The woman that was suing him for. Remember he did that little game of love thing.
The game of love thing. She's suing him. And
he never paid her. He never paid her. So the judge ruled that she collects all the royalties off of that last album.
And she basically
just
accused him of attempted rape.
Forcible touching, I think, is something
forcible touching, I believe.
Forcible touching.
Chris can look that up. Chris, wake up.
man, that really kind of grinds my gears a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, man.
Well, he should have. Listen, I don't know what he thought.
Did she provide proof? Was there any proof?
Yeah, because the judge ruled. I think it was on camera because they were taping, the Game of Love or something like that. Man, he should have just paid her because that album is dope, and he can't even promote it. Like even the joints he did for Nipsey and the joint he did with Nipsey is fire, and he can't even promote those because she gets paid those royalties. She gets paid off of that album, man.
Yeah, it was forcible touching, sexual assault.
Yeah.
I got man.
Yeah, man.
I wish we planned to talk about that.
That workplace.
We can revisit. We can revisit at some point. All right. So hold on. What else is there? What else is there to cover?
Well, yeah. What do you think let me ask you guys this. What do you think about Kevin Porter getting traded to the Rockets after spazzing out because his locker was moved in the Cavaliers locker room? After they traded for Jared Allen and Prince from the Nets, they moved Kevin Porter's locker to the back of the locker room without asking him. And then he spazzed out on the GM, calling him a modern day slave master.
I mean,
hold on, Brandon. Mind you, he caught a gun charge this summer.
That's what I was about to say. I want to say, I understand. I'm very particular about my stuff too, being moved, touched. I get all of that. All right, hold on. Let's start here. What do we know about Porter?
It's a lot. 30th pick, first round, 2019, second year. Okay. He was doing all right.
Yeah, he's a young kid. He's talented. He was just drafted last year, but he's had his fair share of problems with showing up to practice, the law. Yeah, pretty much it. I mean, he's still a relatively new player, but he's talented.
It's a business, man. It's a business.
So that's my thing. That's my thing. I'm looking at it at the business level. Like, there's a reason why they moved his locker all the way to the end. I'm not saying it's justified, and I don't want to say that his statements are to go unnoticed or acknowledged. But there's a reason why. Like, there's a reason why that they did that. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know. But you have to also factor in what is he doing to contribute that. There isn't always one solution to a problem for two people. It's a collective. So why is it now that there's I guess friction, for lack of a better word, when it comes to the GM and Porter?
Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Wilson. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say for yeah, no, my camera shut off. I was trying to tell you to go.
All I saw was this.
Yeah. No. I mean, what stood out for me in this situation, which kind of really didn't make too much sense, is if you're gonna call somebody what do you call him? He called him a modern day slave master.
Modern day slave master. Yeah.
If you suspect someone of being a white supremacist, what's the point of calling them a white supremacist as though they don't already know? If that's what you really think they are, if that's what you really think they are, like what do you think yelling that out
is gonna
change for you? with your locker. If you already believe that you're dealing with a white supremacist who moved your locker out of pure prejudice,
somebody blacker.
Yeah. You just
Blacker lives matter.
Blacker lives matter. Oh my God.
I don't know, man. To a certain point, you just gotta be a little bit smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's only like your second year. I'm not sure. I don't know what his stats are, but it's either next.
He's not knocking him out the park.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, protect yourself. Don't ruin your career by calling out a white supremacist as though that's going to change it. If that's what you really suspect him of being. Like you saying it's not going to change nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Listen, man, I was looking at his Instagram. Like Carmelo is his man. Like Carmelo's like an older brother to him, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure he's seen what the league did to Carmelo off of just innuendo and rumor. How they tried to say Melo was washed and he couldn't stay in the league. And this goes out to every young person out there, in old, whatever. The workplace is business, man. At that level, it's straight up business. You play, and I said it, I think last week or the week before, you get paid a king's ransom to play a child's game. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you out there wilding. Granted, I saw Kenny the Jet say, listen, it would have been a misunderstanding for me too if you would have moved my locker. It would have been a misunderstanding, some furniture moving. However, man, dude, you're in the second year. You didn't even make like a second team NBA rookie team or anything like that, man. Now you in Houston and you got the stigma of being a problem. You still fighting the gun charge. You late to practice. Well, you think this is not old to you. Nothing in this world is old to you, man. You got to earn it.
So that was my thing. That was my point. Like he's young. He's young. He's making some early mistakes. He's getting a lot of money. I think we need to factor that in before we label him a misfit, but also hone in on why he made a very, very specific statement.
Yo, fam, you can't.
That's all I'm saying. Listen,
you can't be a slave making millions. You know how much slaves got paid?
Yes, you can be a slave making millions. What are you talking about?
How much did slaves get paid?
I think
how much did slaves get paid?
Don't overtalk me because you sound ignorant. I'm going to try to help you. You're talking about you're talking about dollar value. We're talking about enslavement. Just because you're making millions of dollars, that does not mean that you cannot be enslaved to a corporation.
You can't.
Just because that is true. Just because you're making $1 million does not mean that you're getting your worth.
I'm gonna satisfy you both. You could be a metaphorical slave.
Yes.
You're not really 100%. A slave, but metaphorically you could be a slave. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Go either way.
Hold on. Can he leave? Can he give back the money and walk away?
No, he can't because he has a life.
He can't?
No,
he can't give the money and say I quit and I retire. I'm walking away.
Nas.
Yes or no?
Yes or no? You're 100% correct. But then when you look at it like a metaphor, could also be a slave.
Thank you.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can. Yes,
they're not beating him to go to work.
Let me ask you a question.
They didn't chop off his leg.
I hear you, Nas. Right? When you go to work every day, right? You could easily just leave your job if you wanted to, right?
Right. Without repercussion.
Right. Without repercussion. Now, would you do that knowing that you have a wife and kids that you have to provide for? No, right? Because your job provides you with a level of comfortability and a sure shot of income. So no, there is a slave mentality in working for corporations while you're getting paid an exponential amount of money, still collecting pennies of your worth. There is a form of enslavement for that.
Well, just to let you know, I'm not sure if I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, but now I have an iPad and also the Magic Keyboard, so I can look up stuff on the spot. I'm that much more effective as a podcaster. I just now looked up the definition of slave real quick. A person who is legal property of another and is forced to obey them. So by that definition, you can be a slave as an NBA player because you are definitely the property of that team. You're 100% the legal property of that team because they have control of your likeness.
Yes.
No, you're not a piece of property. You're not a.
You are a piece of property.
You're a piece of property.
You are.
Once you sign that contract.
Why do you think athletes are now on the bandwagon of we're gonna make our own moves. We're gonna go and talk to each other directly versus working on the league to try to balance teams. That's why you're seeing shifts in the NBA and all these other things.
I'm seeing a bunch of crybabies. That's what I'm seeing. Overpaid crybabies. That's what I'm seeing.
I think you're getting lost. I think you're getting lost in the dollar value just because of where you are monetarily. I get it. I get what you're saying.
I do also agree with Nas. I do believe that
I get what Nas is saying. They're overpaid. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not paid handsomely. What I'm saying is
I don't think they're overpaid. I think they're overpaid. I think they get paid too much to
I know, but listen what I'm saying. What Nas is saying is, you can't be a slave because you make $1 million or whatever the dollar amount is. What I'm saying is that's still enslavement because these athletes that are world renowned are making millions of dollars, not getting their true worth and not being able to live their lives the way that they want to because they're under restrictions from the league or from anyone else.
How are they not getting their worth?
Guys,
it's the same.
Guys, listen. Nas is
correct. No one gets their worth. What are you talking about?
Listen. Nas
you get your worth at your job. What are you talking about?
Nas is correct in terms of a slave in the traditional sense.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Hold on, let me speak. Brandon is correct in the metaphorical sense of it. You guys are both correct and wrong. So let's
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. I definitely agree with it. No, I agree.
I'll move on.
That's what it is. One of you is being traditional, the other one's being metaphorical.
Yeah, he's showing his age. I'm showing modernized. That's all. It's fine.
Yeah, I've really matured with this iPad. See how I just now intervened and pulled you two apart?
I was gonna say the fact that you were the intervener, like you were the mediator for this is impressive.
And that's how you mediate, Brandon.
And that's mediating. And look at growth in 2021. I gotta support that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but I guess that's it, man. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what's happening. There's such a wide array of topics that we covered today. So let's talk about the Capitol. We want to hear your thoughts on that. Tell us who you guys would think would win a Dipset G Unit battle. That is important. That would be a massive battle. And how long would that battle be? Because it can't just be 10 records. Like you got to do 40 records, 20 apiece.
40 each.
And then
they got to play the solo joints too.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You got to play the solo records. So let us know what you think about that. And also, be sure to subscribe, guys. Hit the notification button to be notified for our latest to the greatest episodes, as well as be on the lookout for a stream. So we've been doing a lot more streams. Me, Wylson, Steph from Power 105. Shout out to her, Steph Cakes. We've all been streaming on Discord, as well as just streaming Apex, Call of Duty, a bunch of different games that we're starting to do more of. So we'll start to have a lot more fun with that. And we've been picking up a few of the listeners to play with us. Shout out to Ande. Shout out to Ande. We played with him, who's actually really, really good in Call of Duty. So shout out to him for playing with us. What up?
Yo, before we go, we should shout out Homeboy's album, B-Star.
Oh yes, B-Star. That is thank you. Hold on, let me go to this kid's album, Lord.
Yeah, so I have my phone on him.
Yeah, I'm going to it now. So there's a gentleman in our Discord by the name of B-Star. I posted this on my Instagram a few days ago, because he had come into our Discord and said, "Hey guys, no pressure, but Apple leaked my album early, so here's the link. Hope you guys enjoy it." And I originally said I was going to listen to it, which I did. But a few people, Wylson, Tony, I think Chris, and a few other people listened to the album prior to and immediately said that the album was amazing. So I rushed to it. And yeah, the album is actually really, really good. It's a really, really good project. It has a vibe to it. Definitely check it out from the start.
You got the name on you? Because
yeah. So the name of the album is called Flowers for the Colorblind. The name of the artist is called B****Star. So shout out to him. Very, very dope project. Go check it out. I think you guys will like it. Album is really good. And we're honestly not just saying that just because he's a part of our community. He literally I stumbled on this album. I didn't even know he was in our Discord. So shout out to B-Star. But with that said, yeah, that's it, man. I'm Brandon Killabh BH Hall. Want to thank you guys for joining. Let's do a round table. Let's go.
Yo, it's the regular Nas.
I'm Wylson.
Oh boy, every week, boy.
I think I'm gonna bring back the facts, man.
Yeah, you should.
You should. You have the iPad now. You have to bring back the facts.
Yeah.
Bring back the facts. Bring back the facts.
Well, I actually have one. If you guys want it.
Well, here.
If you guys want a Wylson fact.
We want a Wylson fact.
Because I found it kind of I chuckled when one of you guys had posted the Godzilla vs. King Kong movie advertisement or whatever it was. I chuckled because both of those characters are basically based on black people. Godzilla's its meaning is like gorilla something, plus it's also allegedly a representation of the black phallic. And King Kong is based on Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson.
Boxer.
Yeah, I know the Jack Johnson thing. I didn't know, but I got to look up the other one. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. So when I saw Godzilla versus King Kong, it was like, man, this is just the biggest Mandingo fight of all time. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. And that's all.
That's good.
End of here.
Grassroots.